We've already talked about the fact that Aquaman 2 is being looked at as a complete disaster when it comes to all the feedbacks from various test screenings that have happened. Now we got a report on the internal score for the film, and it's not good. So I'm not sure if people know that this is how it works, but it's the same thing as video games, where video games have mock reviews, where they literally bring in people and they're paid to give an internal review. It's not a fake review, but it's a review of the status of the product. Then internally, they can bring it to the higher-ups and look at it and try to address some of the issues. From what we've heard, the test screenings have been bad. So when it comes to the internal reviews for Aquaman 2, what we've heard and found out recently is that this thing is testing really bad, including recent tests of the most recent version of the film, and the scores it's getting. The highest it's getting is testing in the 60s, and that would be by the Rotten Tomatoes meter, meaning that you're looking at a 3 to 4 to a 5 out of 10 average. Now, I don't have to tell you that that's a pretty big, disastrous fall from the first film, which, again, wasn't the best, well-received DCEU film, but it didn't bomb and it wasn't a rotten. But the thing here is, it's too late to go back, right? Like, they can't go back now and fix anything, even in these final mock reviews. The last thing they could do is maybe try to cut out if there are sections that are really bad and try to, tighten the script and layout of the film and what's left in it, and really just put out a brisk under 2 hours film, because the reports were this is about 2.5 hours, which, if that's the case, they're gonna have to cut out a lot. But at the same time, they might just want to release this one and see what happens, hope for the best, because from what we've heard, they're thinking internally this thing is going to be a pretty colossal flop. I already talked about some of the box office anticipation, and I said I expect it to be decent, not as big as the first one, definitely, and certainly it's going to come down just like the Marvels. I mean, there's no way it keeps the momentum of the second one, and I think most people realize that. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see what happens here. But if internally it's testing this low, and these are some people that are literally trying to be good and on your side in hopes of getting brought back and paid to watch this and grade it again, you probably have a big problem on your hands.